Good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Well, you guys, I am here with the review of the Dehydrator. Now, I'll do my review now, and then we'll make pepper powder on tomorrow. Now, as you can see, I have the timer set at, right now, it has 3 hours and 24 minutes. I have the temperature set at 176 degrees. I put the peppers in yesterday at 3 o'clock. It is currently 4:17 p.m. the next day. Listen, these peppers took 11 hours to dehydrate. I turned off the machine at that, well, the alarm, sounded to let me know that they were through dehydrating. And it does, you can set the timer, but I think it also goes by moisture. So at 7 hours, when it initially went off, no, it didn't go off at 7 hours, and that's where I had it set. So I was like, oh, they're not dry. So I went in, and sure enough, they weren't dry. They were still kind of rubbery. So then the alarm, I reset the alarm for another 4 hours. I said, okay, they didn't dry at 7 hours like the book said, but they were almost dry. They were getting there, okay? They were looking good. So anyway, I reset the alarm for 4 hours because I knew I'd be up until at least 2 a.m. So the alarm went off at 2. I was like, oh, it went off this time. Came in here, they were done. So it took approximately 11 hours, I'm assuming, for the peppers to dehydrate. The reason why it's on now and why I set it for another 4 hours, Que-stead-Que likes to be sure I don't want no mold. And I did that with the other peppers, although all my other peppers and onions took a minimum of 18 hours to dehydrate. I always gave them another 4 hours just to make sure, because I don't want any mold in nothing, okay? And as you can see, look at my banana pepper powder from last week, y'all. I have just about gone through that whole little bottle. And then that's my pepper, my mixed pepper and Italianelle peppers from last year. And then there's my onion powder. I've even been using the onion powder, as you can see. But anyway, so that's the only reason why this machine is on. In fact, I just washed, let me rinse my hand one more time. I just washed my hands, but I went on and rinsed because, okay, so we're gonna pause the machine. Oops, I didn't pause it, okay. I've still got it. Oh, it paused, okay, good. It takes a while. But as you can see, we're gonna break one. It is done. It is definitely done. Oops. So we're gonna start the machine back. Okay, it just started back. And I'm just gonna let them, I'm gonna keep an eye on them, of course, because I see that they're starting to brown. So I may end up cutting this off. They've been going for about an hour. I started them at 3 o'clock, it's 4:20. I may stop it at 5 o'clock. I think it'll be good and ready by then. They're done. They're definitely done. So, and I don't want them to shrink to nothing either. But I had a total of 25 sweet banana peppers. They fit on the trays excellent. And there's plenty, if you look at the top one, look at the room I have up there. That's when I was running out of peppers. I think this was just one pepper. Each one has more on them, but they fit on excellent. And I just laid them out until I felt I had enough there. I made sure the little vent thing wasn't covered in the middle. And as you can see, they have done well. They have done very well. And I see a few have fallen to the bottom. In fact, you know what, y'all? Let's go on and stop this. Let's stop the madness. Because I know that they're done. Especially, and I always check from the top. And that's with all peppers. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, I just turned the machine off. Let's unplug it. Okay, so these are done. I'll let them cool off, and then I will be crunching them in the bowl. And I'm gonna start this quart jar. But if they fill a pint, I'll go and fill that pint up, and then I can start that quart later. But anyway, I put away the other two funnels, but this one is perfect. All of them actually have a smaller bottom, so every one of them fit into my smaller jars as well as my bigger ones. I can use it in either jar. This is my canning funnel that I already had. This would not fit in that. It would only fit in the mason jar, and it wouldn't fit in my little Bobcat. That's the reason why, nor any of my other little bottles, but this will. So I'm all set funnel wise. And then the other two, although they'll fit, they're wider funnels. So I'll just use this one. I think this one will be perfect. Okay, so with this Que-stead-Que off-brand I never heard of dehydrator from Walmart, regularly $99.99. It has 9 tiers, and then here's my old dehydrator, the Presto. As you can see, I only had 3 tiers on that. It's round. I never would have, it would have taken 2 to 3 loads for me to get those peppers dry with my dehydrator, the Dehydro by Presto. Now, I will keep that. Let me sit down here in the kitchen. I was going to go to the living room. Y'all, I finally cleaned my table. Can't y'all tell? And yeah, I'm showing it off too, because y'all know how this table was looking. Ooh, look at the honey. Let me tell you, the bottle is already sticky because, I had to make, when I did that short of me eating that salad, let me tell you, I had to make another one. When I had dinner later on, that salad was for lunch. I just whipped it up because it was hot. We're at 91 degrees today. It's supposed to get to like 98. It is hot here in Michigan, but it's supposed to cool off again next week. Eventually, it's going to cool off and stay cool. Y'all, I have forgot, while cleaning the table, I forgot that I had made some vanilla sugar 6 months ago when I made the vanilla. So I was like, let me check this. So of course it was clumped up and all that. So I took a knife, broke up the sugar, and then I changed the bottle. So I washed the other bottle, which is what I'm getting ready to use for the peppers. And then I switched it over to this bottle. And as you can see, it moves freely now. I've got to do the bottom. I see it starting to stick there. And that's just what sugar does. Let me tell you, because I was like, I need to pour this out. Y'all, when I opened that up and smelled that vanilla smell, I was like, why am I getting ready to pour this out? Let me pour this into another container, and I'm going to use this vanilla sugar. It will be perfect for oatmeal or anything. I might need to add sugar to, not, cakes or anything. Maybe if I made some cookies or something at Christmas time, I might, add a little bit of it. But tea, well, I don't drink tea, but coffee, anything, hot cocoa, whatever, that vanilla sugar will work. And this is a full, it's 2.5 pounds, I think, because it didn't take the full 5-pound bag. But I bought some Domino sugar just to make this. So now that money ain't going to waste. And the vanilla beans are still in there. I buried them in there. It didn't turn, well, it did turn a little brown. It's not completely brown like I thought, but I only put like 2.5 beans in there. I snapped them in half. So I'm gonna add some more beans to it later. But yeah, it's a little brown. It's just not super brown like I thought it was gonna get. But yeah, that stuff it flavored that sugar. I took a little taste. It is magnificent, okay? But anyway, okay, back to the dehydrator. Okay, so I think I left off, it's 9 tiers. It's regularly $99.99, but Walmart currently has this Que-stead-Que, I keep saying humidifier or dehumidifier, dehydrator is currently on clearance for 60% off. I paid $46.89 for the dehydrator. When I tell you, it is worth every single solitary penny of it. It did. I think the only reason why it only took 11 hours to dehydrate those peppers is because of all the tiers. I mean, you're talking 9 tiers versus 3. That's number one. Number two, there was more airflow because I didn't have to put as many peppers, because I used to stuff the other dehydrator because I did not like doing 2 loads. So I would do 1 load, but I wouldn't overlap the peppers, but I squeezed them in tight. So it took a lot longer. Then on top of that, it held 25 sweet banana peppers. So when I do my Italian peppers, it will probably hold almost the same amount, because those, when they're bigger, they're about the same size as a sweet banana pepper. So therefore, I am very, very pleased with what I just got. And like I said, if I ever have overflow with this machine, if I'm doing something that would, where it wouldn't be enough, then I would set up the Presto in the back room on one of my tables, or on that table that's in the back room, or the table that's in the spare bedroom. I have that one folded up right now. I would set it on one of those tables, and then I would run the second dehydrator so that I could get the other load, you know, depending on how long it takes. So I give it out of a score of 10. Yesterday I said a 20 out of 10. Today I'm giving it a 40 out of 10. I really like it. So if this is something that you're looking to get, or if you don't have a dehydrator and you need to learn how to dehydrate, that's a good way to preserve food, a very good way. So I would say strike while the iron's hot, because why pay $99 for it? Although I think it's worth $99, but why pay $99 when you can get it right now for $46.89. I'm hoping, when I last checked, which was the day that it arrived, which was Friday, it arrived on Friday, 2 days ago, it was still marked at $46.89. The only thing is the free shipping may have ended, because I had, my thing told me I had 6 hours to order it in order to get free shipping. So I got free shipping. It came very quick because it came from Ohio, and that is a neighboring state. I'm only 55 miles out of Toledo, maybe a little more, but it takes an hour, if that, to get to Toledo from here. And so it came from Perrysburg, Ohio. And I had it in 2 days, just like they said. I ordered it Wednesday, and it was here Friday morning at that. It was at the door when I got out of bed, because I got a text telling me that it had arrived. I was like, oh, let me get up from here and check. And that was like at 10. And I got up, sure enough, there it was on my porch. So I brought it in and did that film a couple of hours later. Okay, now on to the second part of the episode. So yes, I give that 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, you name it. Anything good to say about that tea and taps? Oh, that's my washer. And why is this? Wait, yeah, it has been an hour. Okay, yeah, my washer and dryer plays music when it's done, and I never hear it. This is like one of the few times, because I'm sitting right here. I love it. I gotta listen to it. Oh, it didn't do it. Oh, it'll only do that if I open it. Hold on, let me open it. There it goes, Samsung. Okay, it only does that if you open it right away. I guess to praise you that you got to it immediately. It won't do it any other time. Okay, now let's make our way to the back to finish the other part of the video, because we must go outside. Listen, y'all, it's like 97 degrees. Last I checked, it was like 96. So it's getting hotter by the... Dang, almost fell with the walker. It's getting hot by the second, y'all. Okay, excuse my back room. I haven't cleaned it yet, but I will get to it tomorrow. That I have to still do my bedroom. I just kind of got tired, and I did so much I did a lot Friday. Yesterday, I rested because of the trip to the farmer's market, and so I'm going to rest again today, and then tomorrow I can get my sheets washed, get the sheets on this bed changed, get this room cleared. I cleaned my tins, let me zoom in, out of the kitchen. I washed them up because they were so greasy. They were on the top shelf in the kitchen on the cabinets, and I brought them back here. I was like, hey, I can decorate these shelves, although these are overflow shelves for storage, but I did that. So yep, just wanted to show y'all that. Okay, ooh, my cane. Thank you for falling, because I don't want to walk out the door without it. Okay, that is my harvest basket, because the plan was to harvest today, but I'm gonna give it one more day, and that's gonna be tomorrow's video, harvesting. Hold on. We're gonna do just a little to her, not much. Okay, y'all, we're not going in that hot greenhouse. Oh, I went in there because I decided to bring those tomatoes out. I said, I think that just like the green beans and the peppers, I think that they're really not producing well because I have them in this hot greenhouse. And so I brought them out. I gave them a reset. I cut all the you wouldn't think that I did, but I cut the suckers off of them. I refertilized and I watered them up real good. And I can see an improvement already, and it's been an hour. First of all, I have a little tomato on there. And this is the black, no, this is the Ukraine purple. That's what it says. So we'll see. Okay, I brought the other peppers out that I had in the greenhouse that were producing. These are the banana peppers. As you can see, I have peppers on the vine with that. And then these have flowered up, as you can see, and I have a pepper there. That's the jalapeno right there, which is the non-hot jalapeno pepper. So those are coming along. And then I put the other 4 peppers, which are starting to bloom. I have little buds on those. This one has a lot of blooms, and they did well. They didn't stress out at all when I repotted them in with the banana peppers. Peppers, you can crowd them. They like company, from what I saw on a video. This tomato plant has not done a thing. So hopefully it will do something now since I cut most of the suckers. Oh, look at there. See, this is just since I came out. This was not there. Look. And you know what? The green beans did the same thing. See that right there where my finger is? A bud. This thing hadn't done anything all summer. Oh, yes, it has. Oh, no. That one hasn't. This one right here. Now, this is the other one, and I have it overlapped into that. Now, this one has produced, I've gotten little tomatoes off of this. I'm not sure. Yeah, I've gotten like the cherry tomatoes. And this is the, wait a minute, I forgot what it is. Oh, this is the black cherry. So I have a tomato there, and this is the same plant. And then you have that. Now my tomatoes did stress a little bit, but I think they'll come back. They look like they're bouncing back. We'll see. Okay, that's just some of them. And then I have this one over here. This is the black cherry. And this is the one I'm hoping will produce for me. Okay. Then another tomato plant, because I had a whole bunch of them. I put one over here. And this one, I think this one is the Ukraine purple. Let's see what I got on there. Black Krim. This is a black Krim. So there is actually a tomato on this. And this is the only tomato that has produced. I brought my basil out, and I brought my final kohlrabi out here. So the basil is doing good, and so is that kohlrabi. Tomorrow, I'm thinking about harvesting this eggplant. I know it's not ready yet, but now that I have that one, and then I have another one coming on it, it's probably killing the energy. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably leave it alone. I added some fish emoji to the cucumber plant because, as you can see, this thing just started dying out the blue. I'm like, oh no, I can't lose you now. Not while you producing. So I looked online, YouTube University, and it said that they like nitrogen, or they said you can add fish emoji, which will give it the nitrogen that it needs if it's starting to die. So I did that on today. Peas are doing good. Wah-ha! A bee. I'm glad you're here, bee, but get away from me. Let's look at that, if he'll let me get to it, because Q ain't trying to get stung. That looks like a little queen. Okay, so the zucchini is in there, okay? Take my word for it. Okay, the peppers, they're doing good. This one has blooms on it. He was a little stressed. Oh, I have a pepper on this one. Let me zoom out so you can see it. Right there. And I don't know what these varieties are because they got mixed up when I brought them out. I'm just glad that Operation Save the Peppers was a success. I don't care what they are. My eggplant, this eggplant is full of blooms. I will be harvesting that Little Fingers eggplant right there on tomorrow. This thing grew in quickly because y'all saw it the other day. It was a baby still. It's ready. Okay. These peppers are peppering. I'm going to be harvesting my first flush of peppers because they're starting to turn red over here. This is a ground cherry plant, y'all. I had no idea. It's at the back. Hold on. Where's the ground? It's a ground cherry in here somewhere because I started seeing ground cherries. But I have peppers here. There's one right there. I have peppers all over this plant. And then back here, I have peppers that are starting to change colors. Look at them, y'all. And I think those are the habaneros that are supposed to be sweet. I don't know, because they're red as all get out. So I'm going to get some of these peppers off the vine so they can produce some more. And I'm going to give them a little bit more nitrogen. I have some peppers over here. It's just a big mess, okay, y'all? I'm hoping these patty pans start producing. I'm getting flowers galore. I haven't seen any females yet. And I'm do the pruning again tomorrow. I'm going to take this squash simply because I know he's not quite ready. I could let him grow a little more, but I want this one right here to keep growing. And then I have two more. There's one right where you see my finger. That's a new one. And then a new one right there. And there's a third one that I saw on here too. It's pumping out the females. So because I had one to die, the one that was down further down there, he died. And then there's a new one coming in down there. So I know the plant is strong and all, but shoot, I'm trying to get some harvest because summer will end in the next couple of weeks here, okay? Now, this is a patty pan, and I'm looking to see if I see a female, and I see that bee again. Okay, so now on to the cucumber. As you can see, it just started overnight, just started dying. I'm like, oh, heck no. And so, as you can see, that cucumber, I would normally let that go a little longer, but bad boy is coming off tomorrow, okay? And he feels smooth. He doesn't feel prickly. And then, of course, this other one right here, I think he can, oops, I'm always knocking this thing over. That's probably why the plant's dying. See how it's dying? And then that one's gonna come off tomorrow. And then that one will stay. And I have a lot of females. I got 3 that are growing that were pollinated. Okay. I think I'm seeing a cantaloupe, but it's a little too late for that now. But anyway, yeah, so, and I'll go and pull the plant up after I get my cucumber simply because if he don't bounce back. Look at how that Swiss chard came back, y'all. Just that quick. Look at all that. And then my green beans are doing good. They aren't doing anything yet. And my cucumbers, they're getting their true leaves. I should get more cucumbers because cucumbers like the cold. So they may pump out a couple for me before winter sets in, depending on how our fall goes. Green beans and potatoes are doing good. I'm not going to walk over there. I harvested the 5 green beans off that plant on yesterday, and it's full of flowers still, or blooms. Whew, let's get to this chair before my back go out. Okay. Whew. 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 Made it. Oh, Lord. Whew. I tell you, standing on my feet, it's like the bottom of my back. So, I go to the doctor on the 21st. I cannot wait. Because I'm going to let him know, yeah, it's time for that second MRI to see if I have. Because he was like, I want to check you for spinal stenosis. He said, although I don't think you have it. He's like, because I did see something. He said it looked like the beginning of a plaque right at your, wait, let's see. The other 2 were on my thoracic, T5 and T7. What did he say that lower one was? I forgot the name. I have to look at my results. He saw the beginning of a plaque there, but MRI didn't go down far enough. So he's going to get one of the lower back. Please do it, doctor, because today is kicking my butt. And so he gave me a pain patch, but guess what? Q can't get that big giant pain patch on my back, So the only one who could get it on is my sister. So anyway, so I haven't been able to use that, but I've been using the Aleve. So I'm going to tell them, listen, we're going to have to come up with something better for pain. No, I don't want opioids or nothing that's going to addict me. Just give me something just a wee bit stronger that's not addictive. And I don't think that can happen, but we got to do something to just knock it out. You know, like on severe days, I wouldn't take it at all if it's not a day where it's severe, because Aleve does just fine. But today is one of those days where the Aleve, unless I take the whole bottle, is not going to work. Okay, you guys, I've been on here long enough. I think we're at 25 minutes. Plus, my phone is overheating. It's warning me. It's got a sun on the screen and it's flashing. So I think it's letting me know it's overheating. So we've been on 25 minutes. So I'm going to get off, you guys. That's today's episode. And may God bless you all. And I will see you tomorrow. We'll check on the plants. We'll do a little harvesting. And of course, I'll be making the pepper powder, or I will have made it. I'll probably make it tonight. And then I'll show you how that looks. Okay, you guys. So I will talk to you guys later. And may God bless you all. Bye-bye.